And welcome to NFL, where the NFL starts and ends. Our game recap and preview of Week 10. The Bucks beat the Seahawks 21-16 in a game that happened in Munich. The fans looked like they were having a blast. They didn't leave 45 minutes after the game ends. They're still there. So I think the NFL had a massive success in Germany. The next game we have is Lions vs. Bears. They beat the Bears 31-30 in a game where the Bears controlled the whole game. So great coaching job by Dan Campbell to have the composure to go down the field and score in the final seconds. The Vikings beat the Bills 33-30, as we discussed, of the Bills' misfortunes, I guess would be the best way to put it, and how good the Vikings look. I really think it's more the Bills don't have a secondary, but I think the Vikings looked really good. The Cardinals beat the Rams 27-17 in a game that the Rams lost Cooper Kupp, but they can't hold to any team because they're just not good enough. The Rams aren't. They're too old. They're too pass heavy. They're injured. They don't have anything besides Cooper Kupp, and now he's going to miss time. That's very unfortunate. And finally, the Packers beat the Cowboys 31-28 in a game that the Packers controlled probably at most 3 minutes of. The Cowboys controlled 90%, 95% of the game, and yet they could not find a way to put the Packers away. So, after all this, Week 10, our regular season record is 500, 26, and 26. That is terrible. We need to get back on track. Our first game is the Rams versus the Saints. The Saints are favored by 3 in New Orleans. I am taking the Saints. Without Cooper Kupp, the Rams can't move the ball. They don't move it well. With him on the field or without him. Taking the Saints by 10, I think, on this. 35, 20, at most 20 for the Rams. Maybe even less. In fact, I'll do an alternate one, 20-7. Next up, Jets vs. Patriots. Patriots are favored by 3.5. I am taking the Patriots on this one, only because of one thing. One thing. The Patriots beat the doors off the Jets last time. I expect that to happen again. Expect it. Taking the Patriots. They'll win. Close game, 28-24. Next up, Eagles vs. Colts. Colts are getting plus 9.5. I am taking the Colts not to win, to cover the spread. Eagles win, but this game is close. 31-28. Next up, Bengals vs. Steelers. Steelers are getting plus 5. Is TJ Watt playing this game? Yes, he is. Steelers win. Scores 24-17. Next up, Cowboys at Vikings. Somehow the Vikings are underdogs. It doesn't make sense. I bet you this will get bet down before the game starts. I'm wishing it into existence that the Cowboys find a way to beat the Vikings. Because they got to get back on track. They can't have these mental mistakes. The Vikings are too good. But I'm hoping the Cowboys win. I'm praying it. I got it. I'm taking the Cowboys to win this. I know I'm being a homer, but I'm taking him to win. Close game, 24-21. Next up, Chiefs vs. Chargers. Chargers are getting plus 7. This is a Chargers team against a Chiefs team. These games are close. I am taking the Chargers to cover the spread, not to win. Cover the spread. Chiefs win, but taking the Chargers. Scores 31-28.